Frequently asked question number 57. Why is my succulent growing taller rather than wide? Now guys, for that you need to understand what variety of succulent you have, because succulents tend to grow in different shape and sizes. Now let's say you're talking about a sedum. Yes, a lot of sedums, they tend to grow either vertically or they start trailing downwards, like our donkey tails or the burro's tail. All of these tend to grow trailing downwards, and there are certain sedums that tend to grow vertically. So these succulents will grow taller as and when they start growing. So if your succulent is a sedum like this, it will start growing taller, it will start growing vertically, which is absolutely normal. But let's say, for example, if you have an echeveria and the echeveria starts to grow vertically and you tend to see that there is a stem, it starts growing taller rather than growing horizontally or rather than growing wide. Now over here, I'm thinking that the question that is being asked is related with an echeveria, because the person has asked why is the succulent not growing wide. Now all of the echeverias, as and when they start to grow, they tend to grow horizontally. Basically they start to spread, they start to open up and they grow wider in the pot. But let's say for whatever reason your succulent has started to grow vertically, an echeveria. Now in that case, this is related with lack of light. The moment your succulent or the echeveria does not get a good amount of light, it will start to stretch. I will try to find a picture because I do not have any echeverias that are stretching in that pattern, but I'll try to find a picture if I can find it online on Google, and I'll put it up on the screen. So the moment the succulent starts to stretch, if your echeveria starts to stretch vertically or upwards, or it starts to grow taller, which it's not supposed to grow like that, because majority of the echeverias tend to grow horizontally, they are very close to the ground. But there are certain varieties of succulents, of echeverias here and there, that tend to also grow longer and they tend to grow taller. But again, you need to understand the pattern of leaves. If there is a lot of space in between the leaves, then that definitely indicates that the succulent is not getting a lot of light. Ideally, a succulent that tends to get a lot of light will stay very compact and you'll hardly be able to see any of the stem. The stem is going to be completely covered with leaves. The same thing goes with a succulent that tends to also grow taller. You can see initially it was stretching, you can see the stem is very visible, but the moment it started getting that right amount of light, you can see the stem is hardly visible. You won't be able to see the stem at all. But over here in the lower portion, you can see that the stem is visible. There is a lot of gap in between the leaves. So even if it's a succulent that tends to grow taller, but if it lacks light, there is going to be space in between the leaves. When it tends to get a good amount of desired light, there is no space for the stem. You won't be able to see the stem at all. The same thing goes with an echeveria. The moment it gets a good amount of light, there is going to be a good amount of color. The leaves are going to be very compact. The stem is going to be completely invisible. You won't be able to see the stem at all. It is going to be completely compact with the leaves. But the moment it lacks light, it will start to stretch, it will start growing taller in search of the light, and then you will be able to see that evident stem. So most probably if your succulent that's supposed to grow wide tends to grow taller and there is a lot of space in between the leaves, that indicates that your succulent is lacking light. So give it a good amount of light. Initially start with indirect bright light and then slowly start introducing it to morning direct sunlight only after acclimating it. If your succulent is extremely stretched, you have to ensure that either you do a stem cutting or a beheading, because once the succulent has stretched, let's say if this echeveria was stretched, I cannot get it back to normal. I cannot make it compact like this, like how it was originally, because it has already stretched. The only option is to cut off the stretched part. I have a video on my Graptosedum ghostii. I'll put the link in the description below. You can check how to do the cutting and how to go forward with it, because once the particular said succulent is stretched, it cannot come back to normal. You cannot revert that process and make it compact like this once again. You will have to do some or the other cutting on that particular plant, and then it is going to, then the remaining part of the succulent, you will have to put it out in a good amount of light so that it can acclimate and start growing accordingly. But a succulent that has already stretched cannot be reverted back to its compactness unless you are doing any kind of cutting. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and thank you so much for watching.